Hello, brothers. Oh, man. It kind of feels good and relaxing to be sitting here at the old desk just talking and not having to do any real work. Real work has been tiring. Man, dude, yeah, so that D16, man, it's been tiring. Also, anyway, so I decided, D series season, D17 popped up again in comments recently. I said about a month ago to myself that I was going to talk about D17. I didn't do it. And so I decided, as a result of searching for the I-beams, or searching for those cheap I-beams for the B series, that I would once again go back and search again on eBay for the D17. And lo and behold, what do we find? Rods. We find rods. I found rods. Yeah, so I found rods. And they're about the same price as regular D-Series cheapy rods. I didn't find any name brand rods for the D17. I'm not saying they don't exist. Again, once again, I was fine. But normally you'd think I would run into some Skunk 2 or some Eagles or whatnot at the very least. And I didn't find any of those. I found some rods that had like a name branded onto them. But how good that brand is anybody's guess. As far as like the Vitara pistons working in these, I don't think that's the case. I didn't deeply analyze the bore and stroke here. Well, I know the bore is 75, but I didn't really pay attention to the stroke because I don't care. Mainly because of the fact that I've just said that a lot of times when people ask me about D17, I said that there's no aftermarket for it. And when I was looking at the time before, there was no aftermarket for it. Now I'm looking and there is somewhat of an aftermarket support for it. Now here's the thing that sucks about the D17 is yes, there are rods and yes, there are all the cheapy ones, but there are no pistons except for Wiseco. It seems like Wiseco is the only one that makes a piston that works on aftermarket forged rods. And of course, Wiseco pistons are fucking expensive, like $500 and change. So you're looking at $700 in pistons and rods alone to build this engine. Oh, man, the main reason why I like building the D series as much as I do is because of the cheapness. You already know that you have extra costs that you're going to spend if you don't want to notch your own shit. And yes, the notching thing carries over. That theme does carry over into the D17. The D17 has to be notched for these H-beams to work. So that sucks. But the good thing is if you got an EM2 and you don't want to do a K-swap because it's kind of a lengthy experience and expensive, there is the option to build your D-Series. And the engine management you use apparently is also K-Pro. So K-Pro, $700 in pistons and rods, and you got yourself a 500 horsepower capable block, just like you would if you did the D16 Vitara or whatnot, except for the pistons are way more reliable, so you definitely know you're not going to break a ringland or anything. So that's great. So for you guys asking about the D17 that have been curious about it for whatnot, different combinations, I am not at all going to touch on NA D17. Why? Because I throw that right into the category of the NA D16. It is a stupid waste of time. The only people I would recommend to build an NA D17 are people who have fuck tons of retarded money and they just want to do something weird. Other than that, for us normal people who like to make power and not spend $5 million to make 200 horsepower, boost it. You do have that option, D17 EM2 owners. You can boost your single cam for a good, a decent price. Yeah, decent price. Sure. As far as turbo kits go, I didn't look for any D17 specific turbo kits because generally speaking, the turbo kits are generic. You have to make your turbo kit that you're using at the time work for whatever car. You just need the manifold. So if you get a manifold that fits, then you can do turbo. Poking around on YouTube, and there are plenty of turbo D17s on there, so other people have done it. I didn't really bother looking for high horsepower ones because I think that a lot of these videos are really old and they're just stock D17s or boosted or whatnot. But yeah, if you want yourself a forged reliable D17, you can make it. As far as looking for the parts, guys, I'm not going to link any parts. Just fucking do what I did. Go to eBay, search in, type in the search D17 rods, boom, and you'll get them. And the same thing with pistons. D17 pistons, boom. Scroll down, Wiseco. All right. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk about this to let you D17 owners know that there is an option for you to build your engine if you want to, but you will also have to notch just like the D16 and D15 owners. So there is that in the way, and your options for rods are very minimal on the cheaper side, and your options for pistons are limited to like Wiseco and Arias. I did see Arias D17 pistons being sold on Speed Factory's website. So you have Arias, you have Wiseco. There's no cheap piston option for you. So if you want to turbo your single cam, you're going to get either a stock 200 horsepower to be safe D17, or you're going to get a built 400 something horsepower D17, which I think is worth the money for what you're looking at. So yeah, there you go, guys. Yeah, D17 owners, you have options now. So I don't have to tell you guys anymore. There's no aftermarket for it. There is one if you so choose to go that route. I hope you find this informative. We can add another video to the D series builds or a D series playlist. And yeah, if you got any questions you want to ask me directly, all my social media links are in the description below. And also, if you want to ask a question, just inbox me your question and I'll answer as soon as I can. You don't need to ask my permission to ask a question. Talk to you later, guys, and peace.